If you Google the word hypocrite, a picture of Nikki Haley should pop up. This is a woman that will take any story, no matter what the subject is, and use it to try to smear President Biden.
Because China gets that Biden's scared of them. I mean, instead, he should have acknowledged the truth. And what does it say to our friends when we're so scared of their enemies that we can't even have their backs on that? What he should have done was acknowledge the truth, that Taiwan is a democratic society, that they are different than communist China, that they do have freedom of expression while China is becoming more of a communist state. So I think it's so embarrassing that this happened. And I don't care whether it's a State Department official or the White House. This is a plague that has happened year over year with bureaucracy and what's happening, and the fact that we should be able to tell the truth about our friends and our enemies. And the fact that we're not puts us more in danger.
Nikki Haley was the ambassador to the United Nations under Donald Trump. And did anyone ever hear Nikki go after China or Russia for their human rights violations while she was a UN ambassador? What is laughable is Nikki thinks that she needs to run her mouth 24/7 on Fox Propaganda Network and other right-wing media outlets in order to somehow get into good graces with Trump's base. She's willing to do or say anything to get on their good side. And the reason why is because she plans a run for the presidency, an office that I pray to God she never sees. Nikki Haley's solution to any foreign conflict is to bomb them. And is that what America wants, needs, or sees in our future?
As Biden continues to be asleep at the wheel, you can tell it's completely over his head. Kamala is absolutely absent. And we've got a Congress that doesn't get that the more you spend, the higher inflation goes, and that the deficit is only becoming more and more of a national security threat, because that's exactly what China wants.
When she criticizes President Biden for being soft on communist China, does she ever give any examples why? No, she doesn't, because he's not soft on China. She just blows smoke with no factual evidence to back up anything she has to say. Do you guys know what a slap in the face it is to the Chinese government that our country has decided to diplomatically boycott the Olympic Games? The United States' diplomatic absence at that Games will have a long-lasting effect on how the world views China. The Games have not even happened yet, and already that's all everyone is talking about. And many of our allies, including New Zealand, Australia, Canada, and the United Kingdom, have chose to follow America. And the list keeps growing, led, of course, by President Biden and the United States. Ever since President Biden has been sworn into office, Nikki Haley can't stop talking about the oppression of the Chinese government on the Uyghurs Muslim population, including forced abortions, sterilizations, forced birth control, rape, including gang rape, forced labor torture, beatings, brainwashing sessions, and many other unspeakable acts. And for the record, I agree with her on this, but she did not open her mouth about any of this when she was the United States ambassador. And do you think that wasn't happening back then? Nikki Haley is an opportunist, and a shameless one at that. President Biden is facing insurmountable obstacles on both the domestic as well as the international front. And many of these challenges he inherited because of an incompetent Trump administration alongside Nikki Haley. President Biden is reestablishing America's credibility on the world stage and doing everything he can short of all-out war to send a message to China and Russia that their human rights abuses will no longer be tolerated and there will be repercussions for their actions. Sappers clear the way, airborne all the way.